Hello, and we are back. Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different than my usual videos I post on my channel. I just decided to do something a little bit different because, you know, it is September, summer is over, and I have set up some goals and new ideas to share with you guys. As much as I like to travel to new places and go on adventures and kind of vlog the process, I am kind of shifting directions a little bit. I made a post on my Facebook page about how I wanted to start discussing new things, practices, some of my favorite stuff, and my current hobbies and obsessions, or new gadgets that I've purchased and equipment that I'm filming with, and I'd like to share that all with you guys. September's here. Summer is over. I don't know where it went. I know I worked a lot. I had also a lot of time off, so I got to hang out with friends, you know, enjoy the sun, go on little adventures, which was really nice. But September's here, and I know there's always a shift in focus with everyone. I'm sure everybody can relate. But for me, I'm like, what am I gonna do next? This time last year, I was in school, so my time was occupied by that, which was like 2 years ago it was 9 classes, last year it was about 4 or 5, and now I am graduated and I have nothing really to do. But obviously my hobby, which is my YouTube channel, sharing content with all my favorite subscribers, you guys are the best. And yeah, so I just thought, like, how am I gonna switch up my routine? How am I going to, you know, set myself up for success per day? Or also, you know, weekly and monthly, like set goals. So I've practiced some new things and I've tried to incorporate that in my routine, and I find that it's actually helping. It's helping me with, you know, starting my day off on a positive note. It helps me feel productive. It helps me get the job done. And it actually just, you know, keeps my mind clear and free from so much that is cluttered with work and, you know, the stress of financial stuff, whether it's, you know, pain in your body from exercising, or, you know, injuries, which I do have at the moment. It takes your mind off that when you are focused and you have a game plan. So I wanted to share with you, I think I have about 10 tips of how you can wake up in the morning and just start your day off right. This video is actually inspired by the fact that I wake up every morning and I go on my phone for a minimum, probably like 15 minutes. Sometimes it's 5 if I have to get up right away or if I'm thirsty, but it's about like 15 minutes on average that I sit on my phone and I scroll through all the social media feeds, you know, catching up on whether somebody sent me something funny, or news or videos on Facebook, or text messages, emails, all that jazz. I heard this is a horrible thing to do, and this is why. You are scrolling through on a fresh day. The first thing you do in the morning, you're looking back at yesterday. So you're not even, you know, living in today's time. You're not starting off something new. You're looking back at old things that happened before. So it's kind of like diving into the past, and that can be so negative for your brain and your headspace. So that is my first tip. Do not go on your phone first thing when you wake up. Well, at least try not to, or limit the time. I'm going to personally try and avoid it altogether because I can sit there for a long time. Phones are addicting, and you'd be surprised by how much time you spend on your phone. I was actually recently listening to a podcast on Tony Robbins' channel, and it was about a book that was written by Adam Alter. It's called Irresistible, and how our phones are just irresistible. They're always on us, and he actually recommended an app. I'll try and link it down below in the description of how it can calculate through your phone how much time you spend on it. I haven't personally downloaded yet. If my plan to not wake up and look at my phone, you know, fails, then maybe I'll look at that, because I think it'll be really shocking how much time I actually spend on my phone per day. So yeah, I would try and give that a whirl, because it is really nice to just wake up in the morning, fresh start, and, you know, conquer what's ahead of you versus what has happened in the past. My second tip would be to make your bed. I actually went to Facebook and I asked everybody what their favorite things to do when they woke up were, and my friend said that he makes his bed and he finds that it's just really nice to have something to come back to that's, you know, set and organized. Your bed's already made, you could just lie down, it's fresh, and I couldn't agree more. I find that just the act of, like, you know, folding your sheets, putting your pillows up, organizing, that first thing once you get up out of your bed feels just like you've organized something, you've accomplished something. At least you've done that one thing right. So yeah, give that a try. It's also really good for your brain, and it kind of stimulizes. Why am I such a knob? And it actually stimulates your brain to, you know, just be on the right page. At least that's what I find. Number 4, I would have to say, is a new practice for me. Just like a podcast that I recommended, I've started to try and listen to one while I, you know, wake up and have coffee. You know, just sit there, have something playing in the background. A, I really like to learn new things. B, I feel like it's insightful. I feel like instead of, you know, listening to music every morning when you wake up, which is something I used to do, it kind of switches it up. You know, you can learn something from podcasts, but there's also really good stories shared through podcasts, and I love a good story. So waking up to somebody, like, you know, telling you anything, whether it's informative, motivational, or it's just like a thriller, or it's newsy, gossip, at least you're like listening to something or someone, because I do live on my own, that I don't wake up and talk to somebody every day. I find that it is nice to have, you know, that the conversation or, you know, brain starter and flow of ideas happening. So I find that it's great for coffee time in the morning. My 5th thing would be to wake up and have some coffee. This is probably one of the first things I do when I wake up. Because this list or these tips that I'm sharing with you guys, they're not necessarily done in the same order. Some days I may do 1 or 2 first, or opposite, maybe I don't do any because, you know, I'm a human, that's all. Coffee is life. Coffee is life. I could probably have 2 cups a day. I know it's really bad because I'm actually really anxious most of the time, and I know that doesn't help, but I find that it just like wakes me up. Nothing wakes me up better than coffee. And I just love the taste, and it starts my day so great. And I know it actually just, like, you know, gets you good energy levels. So if you're having a not so energized day, or you're just having a bad day, or it's just one of those days, or it's any day you want, or it's 7 days a week like me, coffee just like wakes you up, gives you energy, and I feel more productive when I do have coffee. Tip number 6. This is something I've probably been doing for a long time. I really like to write lists. So if it's like a grocery list and I need all these ingredients for a specific thing, or if it's a weekly list that I'm like, I need to get all this stuff done this week because next week I won't be able to do it. A reminder to do this or go to the bank. You know, sometimes it's just simply as like laundry. Do your laundry. I'm really bad at doing laundry though. My boyfriend hates that. Guilty! Clothes are everywhere. I've gotten better at it because I added it to my list and my monthly goals. So I think if you plan or even just prioritize things that you need, and the act of like ticking them off and just like, ding, I did that, it's done, it's out of the way, I don't have to worry about it, just feels good. You know, you have it written down, it was evidence that you had it planned, and then you crossed it off once it was done, and it is done. My next tip would have to be to do something you love. Most recently, I've started listening to podcasts. I really like listening to things, I don't know, and educating myself. So I've added that, but this is a little bit different. Like, I like to read books, and I challenged myself not too long ago to start reading again. There was a while where I couldn't get through a book. I'd never picked up a book. I didn't even go buy books. And I actually love the library. I love, you know, seeing the best selections, best sellers, or the author's picks. I like talking with the staff. I should go to the library more often, but I'm a slower reader, so it's better if I just buy the book, and I hope to have my own library someday with all the books I've ever read in it.
I can't believe it. I've never seen so many books in all my life.
I think if you just, wake up and do something you love, this will help like fill any void that you have, or even if you don't even have a void. In this society, there isn't a lot of time for things that we love to do. So whether it's like taking photos or stretching, yoga, going for a run, I like reading, maybe you want to play the guitar, play an instrument, do it. It'll feel so great after you've taken some time for yourself. Whether you have to wake up early, wake up extra early just to do something like this. It like stimulates everything. There's that word again. At least I didn't say stimulizing this time. And it actually just like fills my heart, at least, with like so much enjoyment because I got to put aside time in the beginning of my day for myself. My last tip would be to try and have breakfast. I don't even know if this is for you guys or if this is for me because I suck at waking up and having breakfast. But I recently bought a juicer. My friend recommended it, and I'm actually gonna make a video about what recipes I find that are great, how the juicer works. It's actually, I've tried it just with a couple vegetables in my fridge, and it actually uses a lot of produce to get like such a small amount of juice already. So I wasn't organized enough or didn't have enough stuff in my fridge to make a whole juice that day. So as soon as I do use it and commit to it, I am going to make a video to share with you guys and some recipes that I find are really great. But having breakfast in the morning, or in my case, what I'm gonna start throwing into my routine is juicing. I just find that if you get all your nutrients in the morning, or at least like a really nutritious snack to start the day, it's brain food. Like you're gonna feel that much better. You're going to, have the energy that you need to like start your day and just feel energized, because as you do go down with your day, whether you have to go to appointments or you're going to a sports practice or you have anything to do, you're on the run, sometimes you don't have time to stop and eat. So as soon as you start your morning off with breakfast, you can't go wrong because you're already there. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video with you guys. A lot of talking, a lot of tips, and these are just some things that I like to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be right for everybody. Everybody has their own things that they do, but it's September, summer's over in my opinion, and I'm ready to, crush my goals and get on with the fall weather, pumpkin spice lattes, scarves, and all. So you'll find me sitting here behind this camera and making more videos for you guys. If you have any suggestions or recommendations that you do to start your day, I would love to hear about it. Please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I appreciate all your support. You guys are the best ever. Everybody that's viewing my videos and everybody who has subscribed already. I love that you guys are a part of my little team, and I look forward to creating more content to share with you guys. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!